afternoon, good evening. I'm just got mask beard here. I'm a bunch of people in here. Thanks for coming. I'm not going to go back. I see Brock, Going Grays, Bill, Andy, Randy. Tip's here. Good to see you, Tip. Bill, Joe, of course. Miss is here. T&W, Tom's here, and blah, blah, go back and and Black Sheep's here. I could go on for a while. So hello, everyone. Good morning. I just barely made it. How's my beard? Looks like sounds okay. I didn't check the mic and the audio. I just got back. It was ended up being about 3 minutes from here. It wasn't bad, but we ran over a little bit on breakfast. She ran into a couple of people from her work that were actually staying in this hotel. So, but not bad. What time is it now? Did I? 10 minutes, I guess. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so non-kin, non-kin, I think is the name. I did it again. Anyway, we're leaving here. Hopefully she'll be done. Let me get this thing set right. Hopefully she'll be done by noon. We'll get out of here by 1. I did talk to Chuck, or texted last night, so I told him we're probably going to leave around 1, which will put us there about between 5 and 6. So I told him when we get within an hour of there, I will ring him and let him know. So, audio and picture. Cool, thanks, Gary. Al's here too. I know Al was here earlier before I even left. But if you guys have a question, put it in there. But that is the basic gist of this trip: is coming here. The hotel was okay. I'll do a little thing on it in the. There'll probably be 2 videos I still haven't seen. I don't know how much time I had from the trip and all that yesterday, but I'll either incorporate it and put it all in one. But I think that the one at Chuck's is probably going to be considerably longer, so I'll probably break it into 2. But yeah, so that's the gist of the trip is coming here and then going there for basically a day and a half. And then I did have enough time to make a cup of coffee, so excuse me while I stir it. Let's see. Thailand Digital Nomad, everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. I think everything's okay. I have to, I won't know until later on whether my, the cousin that's doing the Thai kitchen showed up. Hopefully he doesn't get too rambunctious while we're not there. I don't want him to start building stuff that we're going to have to tear down. So I told my wife, and I'll have her check when we, on the road, once we get on the road, and make sure that he only finishes the wall, smooth coats the outside of the wall, and then if he gets that done before we get back, then just stop and wait till we get back, because I don't want him to build the countertops and stuff like that until we, excuse me guys, until we get with him, because it changed a little bit. We ended up moving the refrigerator down to the other end and gave Mom a little bit more counter space. Not that she really needs it, although I see her cutting on there all the time, but at least with my Thai family, and I guess with most, they just as soon throw a mat on the floor and cut everything up and do all the cooking right on the floor. But since we are building that, I figured we'd go ahead and give her at least a decent workspace. So I don't want him to, because like I said, it changed. And I don't want him to build it, and then when I get back or when we get back, end up having to tear it out. That wouldn't be fun. We did. I think we did kind of settle on what's going to be smooth coated and painted and what's going to be tile, but I think, according to my wife, most of it's going to be tile. There's Andy, he is now in Thailand. Got to head out soon. Looks like a nice day in Bangkok. Glad you're here, Andy. Hey, Dip Media, how are you? Saying good morning to Tom. No MM yet. I don't know if he. Didn't hear. Well, I heard from him yesterday, obviously, but I don't know exactly what he did last night. So we can't really judge his whether he went to bed. Who knows? He might have went to bed an hour ago. Excuse me, guys. That's pretty good, actually. So, like I said, the hotel's decent for the 850 baht. The breakfast was. It had an egg station, so I was happy. I had my toast and two eggs and the Thai food. They had two dishes that were horrible, and the orange juice was okay. It had grape juice and orange juice. It wasn't horrible. It was okay. The fruit was. It could have been better. It wasn't bad for the price. I guess it wasn't bad. We didn't have to go anywhere. Hey Jake, how you doing? Uh, okay, just popped in to say hi later, folks. All right, Andy. Hopefully, I'll get to meet you soon. I hope. I guess I'm probably have to come that way. Hey Tommy J, how you doing? Hey Ron, how you doing? Uh, and I think that was pretty much it. Um, like I said, the room's decent. She's gonna be over there. I'm gonna basically do this until we get tired, and then I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna gather it's 11 o'clock, and she's probably not gonna be done till 12, maybe 1. So I guess I'll go sit down in the lobby and relax for her call. I'm hoping that we can get out of. She wants to go to the green market. I'm gathering people in here with Thai partners will know what a lotus bean is. They're the best. She calls it a lotus bean, but she says it's like a nut, and she likes it better than cashews. And and I guess they have them here, and I guess they grow them in Vietnam, but for some reason they sell them here. So she wants to go by a market, an outdoor market, before we leave. So I'll probably be lucky if I get out of here by 2. Hey, Joe. Uh, all right, thanks. I will tell her. She'll be happy. Like I said before yesterday, we pretty much got enough in the kitty to do everything that we wanted to do. So I will let you know when that's depleted. I don't want everybody to give a bunch of money on PayPal and stuff like that and then just sit there. There's no reason for that. And we're not going to take it out until she's going to use it. So, but thumbs up to everybody that gave any kind of super chat and whatever it is. There's way more. We got to do a lot more than just the ice cream. We're going to be able to do a few more things, and she's putting that together now. And like I said, it's not totally selfless. I get to see a big giant smile on my wife's face, so that's worth $1,000,000 to me. Everybody's just saying hi. So, and then like I had said, then we'll leave here. Hopefully, at 2 at the latest would be okay. I could probably jam across because I'd probably go a little faster than most. I kind of got a lead foot a little bit, so we could probably make it in 4 hours. So we'll be there by 6 or 7. And I don't think we're gonna do much tonight. Maybe we'll eat. I don't know. It all depends. She's gonna be burnt, so we'll probably end up just saying hi to Chuck, finding out where we're going, go to sleep, and then get them to do a whole Sunday, which ought to be awesome. I'm kind of looking forward to it. But the reason Chuck had got a hold of me during that, excuse me, during that test, the test video, the 40-minute test video, he had actually jumped on and watched a little bit of it. He didn't want to get in, and he just wanted, he right after that, he texted me and said, when are you coming and stuff. So 73 in Tampa, Joe says. Temperature's gone up, only -7. How nice. Yeah, I just could not do that, man. I give you guys a lot of credit for being wanting to get out and wanting to retire. Now the people that can't retire, I mean, you live where you live, man. What are you going to do until you can retire? And again, I'll give my normal thing. If you're aware of all the things that could happen to you in that less than 1% deal, just make sure you got it in your mind. I say come. I mean, I would. Like I said, it's a no-brainer to me. Randy says it's never enough. Thanks, Randy. I'm sure that she will. I'm sure that she will find plenty of places for it to go. She has. I told you mainly that school. There's 150 students there, and then I'll do a video on that. And then the one lady, the older lady that used to ride around, pedal her bike around her neighborhood ever since she was knee high to a grasshopper. She can't. She's seen her recently within the last couple of years. She still has her cart, but she can't pedal the bicycle anymore. So she's just walking around at 90 plus probably years of age, and she doesn't know if she has a place to live, if she has family. So we're gonna track her down, or try to track her down, and see if we can help her in some way. She feels kind of obligated to this lady, been around her neighborhood forever, kind of like family. I didn't really realize, and I don't know if most people do, that where her mother and father basically live, and where she lived for most of her life. Like I told you, I didn't find out until maybe a year ago, after being with her for a year and a half, that she had never lived with anybody outside of her mom's home. She had gotten married. Obviously, she has 2 kids, but he came and lived with her in her parents' house. So I didn't know that. But the point that I wanted to make before I forget about it with my Alzheimer's is I didn't realize how much of the neighborhood, the little tight-knit neighborhood of my wife or my in-laws' friends are almost like family. Most of them came to the wedding. I mean, they're included in everything that everybody does. We've gone to weddings of theirs. They've obviously been to ours. I didn't realize it was like a family. Hell, the neighborhood I grew up in, I fought with most of the people in the neighborhood and didn't talk to half of them. And I mean, they could be a half a block away, and I didn't know anybody's name. So at least in my neighborhood, it wasn't that way during the 70s, early 70s, late 60s, early 70s. So I'm kind of in awe of the family. They just make, and same thing like with TOT. That's her family. 20 years she's been there. That's why I said I finally realized that there ain't no way I'm going to get her to move to the ocean. Although it is possible, because TOT has places all over Thailand. But these people are like her family. For your father-in-law's candy addiction. All right, Joe, I will tell him. In fact, I just found out last night, her father's getting up there. And he's like me, he's kind of, well, he's more than me, but he gets a little forgetful. But like she asked him to go to the house and wait for somebody to come from Lasada, that they had called her. Well, a half hour later, Lasada called her again, and she's going, what? And called him. He had went to the old house, so we've already given back the keys. We're moved. We're gone. So that can kind of tell you. He's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes you have to be real specific with him at his age. He's 75. So he's 10 years older than me. So, hell, if I make it that to 75, I'd be happy. But she said he right, and the reason that I'm saying that, because Joe wanted to contribute to his sweet tooth, those little triangular things. I got to ask my wife what the name of those are. Anyway, she said he fell right in front of her stand, and I guess he was going slow, and he went to put his foot down, and it was raining here, and the sand and shit, and anyway, he went down. Didn't hurt himself, but then there was somebody there to help him, and he got up. And that's another thing with the Thai people, In America, are there people that will help you and good Samaritans? And yeah, but they're far and few between. Most people just look at something like that, oh, if I touch him, and his neck hurts, he's going to sue me. They think about all this crap. Thai people just go right up immediately, and help you. It's just amazing, amazing country. Like I said, I feel honored and privileged to be able to live here, and I will die here, I hope, unless they want to kick me out. Hopefully that won't happen. But he is okay because I told her I'd go back, even though I have everything set up. I'd go back. They've got me, the Italians and stuff in my family, more so back east in on the East Coast, is a lot tighter knit than even the because when the only family that I really have, it's a lot of them now because the kids have had kids, but they they had there was only my mom and the two brothers, my Uncle Jim and my Uncle Joe, and my grandmother and grandfather that came from the East Coast to the West Coast, to California. So now there's probably 40, 50, maybe more. I don't even know if I know of all the cousins and stuff that I have now. But it's a lot different. When we were young, my Aunt Ange, who was basically raised me, she has 7 kids, and she kind of worked nights sometimes, but she was home during the day. My mom worked as a waitress, 6 to 2, so she would drop me off, and my aunt would just kind of throw me in with the gaggle of kids. And for the longest time, I'm sure I know I thought my Uncle Jim was my dad because there was no dad around. So, but we would do Thanksgiving, Christmas, the big holidays. We would do it probably most of the time her house. But that ended years and years ago. I want to say, God, by the time I was 18, maybe 18 to what, 40, 50, 60, over 40 years ago, it kind of stopped. Everybody kind of got their own family. They were having kids and that kind of stuff, and it kind of broke off. Back east, it's a totally different animal. They're still really, really, really tight, you know. And I like that, and that's what I think I like about Thailand. The family, is very important to them. You don't see it even, well, a little bit more on the East Coast than the West Coast. They want to take care of their elderly. They'll try to do everything they can. This one will pitch in to watch, and this one will come the next day, and they'll do a lot rather than send them off to a home. But most of the rest of the country that I know of, you get to a certain age, and you probably need some kind of a deal like that. But they'll just dump you there, and they'll come see you once a week. Maybe if you're lucky. So I mean, I know here. Granted, I don't get to see my kids as much, and my mom's still alive, and my relatives, my family, and my friends. But I think here in Thailand, if you're older, it's you're looked up to. You have more knowledge. I don't know. My wife will take care of me until the day I die, and I know that I won't spend much time in the hospital just dying. That would be it if I don't die at home. But I don't want to be a burden on anybody either. I've said that. I don't mind living for a while as long as I'm, don't have somebody changing my diapers and feeding me and, that kind of crap. Like I said, I might be able to live as long as the quality of life is decent, I'll hang out. She wants me to hang out, so I'll hang out. I got no problem with that. I got a pretty good life now. Hey, John. I don't know if I've seen you before. Yeah, I think I have. Thanks for coming by. But it's just a totally different deal here. It's weird, man. Like I said, I was only exposed to this the end of 2018. I've been here ever since. And people say, well, a lot of people a lot of men come here for the women. A lot of men come here for the young women. To each their own. Whatever flicks their switch. Do I agree morally with some of this stuff? No, probably not. And that's probably the way that I was brought up. Was I completely immoral when I was younger? You bet, man. I mean, that's all I did was chase women. That was the thing to do. But now since I consider myself a little bit better, I don't look down on it. I just don't agree with it morally. But like I said, teach their own. If it makes you happy, I wouldn't stop it because some guy on YouTube said he thought it was immoral. But, the other part of it, like with me, I think if you're, like I said this before, it's a little bit weird. I looked at my wife at 60, and she didn't look old to me. I looked at other people that were 60 years old, and they looked older to me. When I look at somebody that I like or am interested in, or I wasn't really interested because I have my wife, but that kind of said, oh, she's kind of cute, whatever. Usually between 40 and 50, you know. And if you're looking for something like that, Thailand, you got to come and check it out. They're great, great, great companions. Like I said, you give 10% or you give them this much, and they give you this much back. Stupid things. It's unbelievable. You need to come here and experience. Hey, Bill, thank you. Just seeing if this thing works. I appreciate it. But it's a good life. When I look at besides looking in the mirror, because I got a mirror right in front of me, and looking at my face here, I look like an old bastard. But in my heart, I feel like I'm 35, 40 years old. My body's gone completely. Knees are shot. Should be replaced, and back hurts, and overweight, and it's a nightmare health situation. But as far as the women that I look at, and after my wife was passed, and someone that I would be interested in was in that range, and the women here in Thailand that are in that range between 40 and 50, or maybe a little above, or a little right around that though. My wife now I think is 41. She was 38 when I met her. But it's they want not necessarily American men, but they want foreigners. They want someone that if you're not making a ton of dough, you've got 1,600, 1,800, 2,000 in Social Security, you're 60 years old. These women would be more than happy to at least date you and see if you're a good guy. They don't want much, they want, that they figure already in their mind, and this is only what I've learned from my wife and her friends and that type thing, is they figure they're over the hill at 40 years old. Some of them at 30, So, but they really think like, oh my God, my life's over, and they like the idea that more than likely a 60-year-old foreigner has a decent income, doesn't have to be $1 billion a year, but can afford to live in Thailand, live a nice life in Thailand, travel in Thailand, and and give whoever you're with, or give the woman that's thinking this a better life. My wife will be the first one to say that she has a better life, because I always say I'm the luckiest man in the world. She turns around and says I'm the luckiest woman in the world. Is it true love? I believe it is. I believe my wife loves me. Now, maybe some people will say, well, you're full of crap or whatever. But it's me. The only person that it matters to is me. So anyway, I'll go and look and see if there's a question now that I've rambled for that, But the point was, real quick before I go, to look at this here. If you're in that age group and you want to retire, definitely come here for 3 to 6 months and check it out. I think you'll find that it's great. And there's a lot of good, nice people that I've met just on YouTube that weren't here, they're here now. So there's friends to be made. And there's a bunch of women in that bracket that, that want, and the other thing I was going to say, usually at 60, they're thinking too, and it's true with me, even though I ran around all the time, like I said, bars and girls and everything. I'm done. I've burned out. I've done that numerous times. And I think that's what the women think. They've already kind of sowed their oats. They're not a 35-year-old Thai man, or any man for that reason, or a 30-year-old, and they want to, run amok. So they've got that. So they feel secure. They believe that you're going to be faithful to them. And like I said, you give them this much and you get the whole flipping country. So, hey, James, how you doing? Welcome to the ramble. Thanks, James. Let me see what Dip Media was the last one that I caught. My Thai girlfriend is 28, and I have asked her multiple times, is she sure she wants to be with a man age 51? And she said, stop asking. Does she ask you, are you hungry? Have you eaten today? What did you do today? If she's asking you these questions, she loves you. That's my personal opinion. That's how I judge. When they start asking, are you hungry? Did you eat? Are you full? Are you full? Are you full? I heard that at breakfast this morning, you know, 5 times between the middle of breakfast all the way from to dropping her off. So that's the way I gauge stuff. So let's see. And then James said we will for the rambling Dave. I appreciate it, James. I'm having fun. I'm 77. No, you're not, Bill. No way, man. No way. I'm telling you. They don't care. They really don't. They don't care. They want somebody to be. The biggest thing on their list is financially stable and true to them, not out running around with, 30-year-olds or 25-year-olds or going to the bar every night. That's the only thing they really care about. Don't care if you're fat. Don't care if you're old. They just want the person, and that's what the things that I found that they want. They want to be able to, it doesn't take much. If you've got a $2,000 a month retirement of some sort, Social Security, whatever the case may be, most of the people, at least from the United States, are going to have Social Security at my age and a retirement from somewhere. So it's probably going to be more than that. But if you're in that 2 to 25, man, they're loving life. My wife lived on, what does she make? She makes good money for a tie, 20,000 baht a month. And like I said before, her mom and dad's house, their power bill, their water bill, pays for a place in Bangkok, pays her mom 1,000 baht every weekend that the kids are in private school in Bangkok for a bus back and forth because they don't want to leave them in the school on the weekends. They want them to come out, so she rented an apartment. She pays for the school. She pays for the food while she's in the school. I told her, how the hell did you do it? And I know how she did it. She completely cut herself out of the picture. She blames me for gaining 2 kilos because she can eat whatever she wants now, not just rice or whatever menial thing that she could get because she puts her mom, her dad, her kids, and everything above her. It's amazing, man. I'm thoroughly amazed. But 77 is still young. I would definitely be over here, and I would definitely find somebody to take me through my twilight years. And they love you for it too. Thanks. Trip is saying thanks. Hey, Passport, how you doing? How's it going? Did you gain any subscribers from this large YouTube channel? I know that James, I think, promotes you too. But if you guys haven't, and Brock or anybody, any moderators, if you can post Jiu-Jitsu, I think I got that right, Passport's channel, got great content, good guy, and it comes from, highly recommended from James. So if it comes from James, I'm on top of it. Dave, I know you said you were going to spend the rest of your days in Thailand, but have you thought about trying to get your wife? Yeah, she doesn't want to come. The kids want to come desperately. She wants to go for sure to visit. She wants to meet my mom, my family, my kids, my grandkids, what my life looked like there. But as far as going there to live, she doesn't want to. The only thing that I wanted to do is to see, now one daughter's 18, to see if I could adopt them and in any way that they could get anything that I had as far as Social Security or something like that. Now my wife could get my Social Security. The only thing, we have to go to the United States and live there for 10 years. If she lives there for 10 years, she can get my Social Security. I'll probably be dead by then. But yeah, so she's showing a bunch of interest in going and seeing, everything that I've talked about. Snow up in the high Sierras, lakes, and she's seen some pictures that I have, and she wants to see that. But living, no. At 55, I drove, 20 hours straight, only stopped for gas. I must have missed something. Sorry, I'm getting in mid-conversations. Sorry, guys. Dave, Joe said, Dave, you're 65. If you do the time math, you're 44. Yeah, like I said, that's what, besides, I've had, she went by, my strict policy was on the new house, no mirrors allowed. and there's mirrors in the flipping bathroom. So when I walk in there, there's the old bastard again. And I can walk away, and 20 minutes later, I forgot about that, and I think I'm, in my 40s again. Let's see. Leo, how are you? I love the traditional Thai dance in your wedding video ever since I have been watching videos on Thai dance, Lao dancing, traditional dance. Yeah, I'm glad. I do too. I think it's awesome. And if you look at some of my older videos, I've got some stuff where she did the giant at her school, but it's real long. A lot of people don't like it. I like it. I can watch the whole thing, and I can watch other ones now. It's big in Cambodia too, and she knows a bunch of those too. It's really weird. She's learned all the Thai dances and most of the Cambodian dance too. So it's kind of amazing. She's looking forward to teaching. Let's see. So there's no way Dave's wife would leave Thailand. Yeah, no way. Like I said, her 20 years she's been at her work, let alone leave her mom and dad. Ain't gonna happen. No way. And I wouldn't even ask her to, Like when I was thinking about maybe getting her to change jobs to, Pattaya, Jantiem, Pachuap, Curry, someplace by the water. It was always with the anticipation that they're either going to come with us and live with us, or I'm going to rent 2 homes close together. So I would never leave. I would never take her away from her mom and dad. No way. Hey, Martin, how you doing? Hi, Dave, and everyone else in the chat. Okay, cool. And let's see what James is saying. I know I'm behind. I wrote Alex in the chat. Yeah, he is. I've watched his videos. They're good. So like I said, if you guys aren't subscribed to Jiu-Jitsu Passport, definitely do so. You'll enjoy it. What's wise words and teeth? Thank you. Here it is here in the chat. What's up? He said hello. There he is. What's for breakfast? Hey, Ty Britt, how you doing? If you're still here, he kind of jumps in and jumps out. He's also got a great channel too with good content. Yeah, Bill, I would definitely. There's I don't know. Every time I go at my own wedding, I got asked 4 or 5 times by my wife's family and friends, can I find them a boyfriend or husband? So, it's what they want, man. They're not looking to, be walking down the street with they're usually right around 40. My wife's age, between 38 and 45 or something. And they're not looking for even that age type or type man. They want a foreigner. So I don't know. I'm learning to wake up early again. Yeah, I need to wake. Well, I wake up this morning. I woke up at 6, which is actually kind of late for me. I usually get up at 5 morning. Although I'm going to start going to the gym. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Everybody's saying hi to Mark. Going to the gym 5 days a week. I told my wife when I got back. Monday through Friday, and I'll take Saturday and Sunday off, although I don't like to take 2 days off when I'm really starting, but I need to, and I need to start walking in the morning. That's this one. Oops, another one rules me out, at least for now. Maybe I'll retire, I'll slow down some. Yeah, it depends on what you want, Al. I mean, this country has everything, and I'm not one to say that my way is the best way. It's whatever flicks your switch, whatever makes you happy. Uncle Rob, how you doing? My Thai girlfriend just had her 39th birthday. Sounds about the same age as mine. She doesn't care about the age. Mine doesn't anyway. The age doesn't seem to bother her at all. Although, like I said, the women that I've known, her friends and everything, they figure they're over the hill and gone at 40, and some of them at 30, 35. They figure they got no chance at life. Excuse me, guys. Got to get my coffee in me. Let's see what Tom's saying. Dip Media, most of us have relocated to Thailand. For us to move back to the woke West is unthinkable. It is to me, Tom. I just can't see any scenario that gets me back to the U.S. I don't know. Yes, Dave, always trying to feed me, making me eat more. Yeah, always. You know, she loves you to death. Not a doubt in my mind now. That's what I gauge everything on. And my wife, for 2.5 years, I've never missed a beat, man. In fact, if she was to miss a beat, I would probably really start rethinking that. Something is not kosher in town here. That's how much I believe in that because they really care. They really do care if you're full. They really do care if you've eaten, and they want to be the ones that cook for you, clean for you, everything. And my wife works, and she still wants to do all that. Like I said before, it took me over 6 months for her to let me make a cup of coffee at 5 o'clock in the morning, and she had to go to work at 8. So she would get up at 5 and make me a cup of coffee, and most of the time wouldn't even go back to sleep. And it took me over 6 months to go. I'm at that time, whatever, 60, 62, 63 years old. I think I can make a cup of coffee. Okay, but are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. She still gets up now and makes me scrambled eggs and sliced tomatoes pretty much every morning when we're at home. And she has to be at work, so she gets up early and does that and makes sure I have water and whatever. I don't know. Thailand's it for me, man. I understand, which is why I'm planning to do the same, but she wants her daughter to get an American education. She wants her to see something different than Thailand. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, my kids, which they're my kids now, I married their mother, they're my blood. They want to, and I told them. The youngest one understands a crap load of English, but she doesn't speak it enough, and she understands way more than she speaks. But I told them both. The oldest doesn't nothing, pretty much. And I said, if you guys want to go, we can make that happen. There's plenty of people in the U.S. on the whatever kind of work you want to do. We can make that happen, but you have to learn English. If you don't learn English, you can't get hired. They won't hire you. Let's see. What did I do? I know I missed some guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, man. He's got a great channel. And like I said, he comes highly recommended from James, so there's not better credentials as that. That's why I enjoy spending $5 on these chat. I know the money will go much further in time. Yeah, thank you, Randy. Yeah, and like I said, my wife said, you're probably going to get a bunch of shit from it from, other people, and I don't really care. Like I said, I get to see the smile on my wife's face, and she's a Thai person. She's the one that's getting it all. So it's all going back to Thailand. Just like I had said from the beginning, it's all going to Thailand. Hey, Bobby, hope everything is going well for you, my friend. Let's see, doing my bit. Thailand. Mark's got a nice house, too, if you guys haven't checked it out. I do have pictures of it still on StreamYard here, so if you're interested in seeing it, let me know. I can pop them up. Immediately we brought our daughter here for a far better life. Yeah, I don't know. Education-wise and some other stuff, maybe it wouldn't be horrible for somebody to go to college or something in the U.S., and I'm talking about a younger person. But I believe that there's just as good of an education to be had here in Thailand, and that's my guess anyway. Joe and Jake, thanks for the kind comments and support. You bet. It's a new subscriber. There you go. From Joe. There you go, Jiu-Jitsu. Al saying chocolate man in Thailand. Hi again, James. Any idea when Fawn's planning her streams? Let's see what Martin says. Dave, thanks for the videos and advice on what's needed to make the movie. Oh, you bet. And anything that I can do, like I said, I'm not gonna misinform you. So if it's something that I don't know, I'll either say you need to check it out yourself, or if you leave it in the comments or whatever, I will try to find out. If I do find out definitive information, then I'll give it to you. If it's still on the iffy side, I'll say I got it from this source and this source. Be your own judge. I don't want to give anybody any misinformation. I was thinking, Joe. Yeah, Joe's a good guy. You'll like him as a sub. Breakfast on me. Yeah, you bet. Chuck is now live, or at least has intro music on. Really, I didn't know he was live. I'll have to check it out. Smooth. Smash the like. Thanks, James. Yeah, I guess it makes a difference, right? I know James asks for it all the time. A lot of people do. I guess I being told by people, I don't tell people that it's free to subscribe. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit the like if you like it. But I don't. I usually forget. So thanks, James. Let's see what I missed. I want to go up here. Here's one from Day. If we're going grays, I'm going to jump over to Chuck's stream. Sorry, guys, am I back? um, sorry, I'm on my phone, and for some reason it dropped down. So I did see a super chat here. Going grays. This is the one I was trying to put up. Yeah, so who knows? I know Brock would know. I mean, the only reason I can't fully detach is I'm having young grandkids, but 6 months here and 6 months there is our plan for now. And that's not a bad plan. That was my original deal before I lost my wife. We were going to tour the U.S. in a diesel pusher for 6 months and then go to different places, not necessarily just Thailand, whatever, Cambodia, Costa Rica, any different place that we picked and see what it was all about. Um, let's see, what's this one? Hi, Mr. Moody. Hi there, Dave. I'm going, okay, man, I turned 65 last month. I'm back at work after having my right knee replaced 3 months ago, so both bionic knees. Give me some, mine were supposed to be replaced 10 years ago. And actually 15 years now. I keep saying 10, but 15 years ago they wanted to. When they went in and replaced my ACL and my left knee, he went in and cleaned out a bunch of bone spurs, and it was bone on bone about the size of a quarter, which is probably the whole thing now. They hurt like hell all the time, but it's getting to the point where I need to. Let's see. Hey, traveler, how you doing? 4444. I spent 5 days in Idaho visiting my newest grandson. I really missed your live stream, Chocolate Man in Thailand and the other channels. Yeah, cool. I'm glad you're back. Hope you had a good time enjoying your excuse me, your grandson. Chuck is talking about you right now. Yeah, he probably is. Well, I know that's been 45 minutes. Hey, Dip Media, thank you very much. Well appreciated. It'll go for a good cause with my wife and the people of Thailand. I'm on the internet in this hotel sucks, so I'm on my TOT. I'm tethered to my phone, and I usually have no problem. Obviously, hey Nikki, but for some reason it dropped out for a minute. I don't know. Good morning, just a flyby. Buddy needed away. This started than a child. Yeah, some of them are, aren't they? She's probably gone already. But let's see if I can get down. Got to run. All right, TW, have a good one. Let's see. Gotta run. Okay. So what did who was it? Is Jake you're flopping back and forth? What's he? He's just doing a live stream, or is he having a guest on? I don't know. I didn't get. I didn't even get notified. Oh, maybe I did on my phone. I might have. Yeah, it froze here too. I kept on trying to click on 30 and a Wake Up's um, uh, channel deal that Brock put up, and it wouldn't come up. And I'm talking to myself, which I was probably talking to myself because all of a sudden I looked up and it was just spinning. So, oh, Nikki is still here. Good, glad to see you, Nick. Hope you're feeling better. I know you were feeling a little sickly. If you guys aren't subscribed to Nikki Dunn's channel, she has great cooking videos. Definitely make you hungry, make you want to cook something. Well, let's see. I'm gathering most of the people went over to Chuck's stream, so I think it's been 45 minutes. No, it's been almost 50 minutes. There was Black Sheep saying hello, Randy saying hello, Gary saying hello. What was I gonna ask? I was gonna ask Black Sheep. You can do, what was I saying doing? That deal that I put up. I just made that. I had a picture and I put that stuff in there. But the reason that I kind of crunched all that stuff to the center of that logo was because when it goes on the little round deal that shows my channel, it cut off the words. So that's why I got it all crunched towards the center of it. And I'm not no graphic artist or anything, but it was fun, and it burned about 2 hours of my time because I screwed it up numerous times. Okay, so he's watching both. On my PC. Is he have a guest on, or is it just Chuck? Dip Media. Question, Dave. How long is it? It's just today here in whatever place I'm at. Kim. I don't know. I'll I'll definitely get it for you. In the video that I'll put out, it'll definitely be in there. Just for today, we came in last night, one night in the hotel. Out of here at noon today, hopefully 1 o'clock. She wants to go to the market and get those lotus beans that she says is the best thing since chocolate cake or whatever. So I'll have to try those. And then it's off to Tatpanome and visit with Chuck for definitely all day, or pretty much all day, Sunday. And hopefully I'll get to go to the Sunday Fun Day, which I'm looking forward to. So is my wife. And then Monday we'll probably get up and maybe nothing's set. We haven't set anything. Maybe eat breakfast, wrap a little bit more, and then head out on the highway back to Surin. So it's just 3 days, which is all right for right now. I really wanted to go on the Ko Chang deal badly, and I'm not going to be able to go, but I am going to go on the bike ride. Let's see. He has Chocolate Man, Brock, and 3 other folks on. Okay, cool. I think what I'm going to do is end this so everybody can go over there. Plus, I'd like to see what he's up to. So I want to thank everybody that hung out. Black Sheep, Randy, Gary, Dip Media, Joe, whoever else. Nikki, if you're still here. Bobby, if you're still here. Like again, Bobby, hopefully everything is good. Traveler 4444, everybody that's in there, I want to thank you for coming by. Anybody that's watching and hasn't become a subscriber, please subscribe and like it if you like what you're seeing. I guess that's probably pretty much it. So I will catch you on the next one.